The last of her kind, she was about to be eliminated, but a brave human warrior came for her. Mara's gauntlet slammed the console. The kill order packet blinked red on her datapad. Last specimen Salith of the Vexari. Tribunal execution, 600 Zulu. She ripped the cord from her squad's forward ops tent. No time for debate. Her boots pounded the grated deck toward Fleet Legal's hatch, 3 corridors away on the Endurance S spine. The hatch hissed open. A clerk jumped from his station, eyes wide behind thick lenses. "Transfer docket for Salith," Mara barked. "Now," the clerk blinked. "Sergeant, that's classified, tribunal sealed, intercept confirms kill order." Mara thrust her datapad forward. "She's last of her kind, strategic asset." He scanned it, swallowed. "Captain Holt's oversight, I can't." Mara leaned in, her voice dropped steel. "You will, or I drag you to the bridge myself." Footsteps echoed. Captain Darius Holt strode through the inner door, uniform crisp, jaw set, his eyes locked on Mara. "Kincaid," Holt's tone cut like a vibro blade. "Back to the front, that's an order." Mara straightened. "Captain, this packet tags her for termination. Vexari holdouts need intel leverage. She's it." Holt snatched the datapad, scanned, tossed it back. "War's ending. Clean file. No loose ends like her. She's a prisoner, not a liability." Mara's fists clenched. "Transfer her to my custody." "Denied." Holt tapped his comm. "Security to legal. Escort Sergeant Kincaid off deck." 2 MPs appeared at the hatch. Mara didn't budge. She met Holt's gaze. "You sign off on murder, sir?" Holt's lip curled. "Politics, Sergeant, not your lane." Mara spun on her heel, marched past the MPs without a glance. Her mind raced. Forge it. Back in ops, Corporal Imani Reyes patched a squadmate's gash. She glanced up as Mara burst in. "Boss." "Extraction prep." Mara yanked her secure terminal. 2-man infill, you and me." Reyes taped the wound shut, stood. The alien heard whispers. "Kill orders live." Mara's fingers flew over the holokeys. She mirrored Holt's SIG from an old rec form. Layered it into a transfer auth. Time-stamped it retro. Reyes whistled low. "Forged, that's court-martial territory." "Promise kept." Mara hit compile. The auth packet glowed green. "She's last Vexari, we extract or war drags." Reyes grabbed her medkit. "Gear up, shuttle bay." Mara nodded, slapped the deploy key. Alarms whooped, unauthorized launch pinged command. They sprinted, bulkheads blurred. Holt's voice boomed over shipwide. "Kincaid, abort, all units impound that shuttle." Deck plates shook as they hit the bay. Techs scattered. Mara vaulted into the cockpit of Raven 7. Reyes strapped in aft. Engines roared. Mara punched coords for the Black Site prison asteroid. G-forces pinned them as Endurance tractors clawed air. "Tractor lock!" Reyes yelled. Mara jinked hard, fired countermeasures. Flares bloomed. Lock broke, they streaked free. Asteroid loomed in the void, a pitted rock orbiting null space. Prison spires dotted its crust. Mara hailed tight beam. "Warden Keeper Vesh, this is Sergeant Kincaid. Transfer auth incoming. Salith to my custody." Static crackled. A guttural voice replied, Vesh, his mandibles clicking over translator. "Human auth, verify." Packet beamed. Mara gripped the stick. "Verified, tribunal clocks ticking." Vesh paused. "Protocol demands collateral, your craft or no release." Reyes cursed. "He's bargaining." Mara banked into Atmoskim. "Denied, land in 60. Surface fire spat up AA turrets. Mara rolled evasive, slammed countermeasures, touched down hard amid dust clouds. Hatch popped. Mara shouldered her pulse rifle. Reyes flanked, med-scanner humming. They charged the containment dome. Guards hulking Vexari hybrids in warden livery blocked the gate. Vesh emerged, carapace gleaming under floodlights, 4 arms crossed. "Auth scans false," Vesh rasped. "Surrender or die." Mara leveled her rifle. "She's coming with us." "Last specimen or not." Vesh's eye stalk swiveled. "She carries gene plague, your fleets fear it." "Lies," Mara advanced. "Intel says scapegoat." Guards raised plasma lances. Reyes tensed beside her. Then klaxons wailed. Tribunal shuttle inbound. Holt's cleanup crew. Vesh's mandibles clicked alarm. "Execution vanguard, no time." Mara seized the opening. "Hand her over, we fly her out, coalition terms later." Vesh hesitated. Eye stalks flicked to the sky. Flames streaked shuttle descent. "Deal." Vesh keyed the vault, but she bonds. "Protective pact." Cell irised. Salith staggered out. Tall, iridescent skin shimmering violet. Antennae wilted, eyes huge, luminous, locked on Mara. Chains clinked at her wrists. No words, Salith just nodded. Reached. Her hand, 3-fingered, warm, gripped Mara's forearm. A pulse hummed. Bond sealed, Myra felt it, instinctive trust flooding her veins, Ray's cut chains. Move! They bolted for Raven 7. Tribunal shuttle touched down, ramps dropping. Holt's troops spilled out, barking orders. Myra fired from the hip, pulses chewed rock. Rays dragged Salith aboard, Mara dove in last. Hatch sealed. Engines thundered. Mara yanked skyward. Tribunal fire raked the hull shields held. Vesh's voice crackled on open channel. Human departs with asset. Warden honors pact. Holt's roar cut in. Kincaid. Stand down or be shot? Too late. Raven 7 punched orbit. Salith slumped in the jump seat, antennae perking toward Mara. Rays scanned her. Vitals stable, no plague, she's clean. Salith spoke soft, melodic through translator. You defy death circle for me. Mara banked evasive. Promise kept. Salith's eyes widened. Humans, expend self for one? Rays grinned. Standard op. Alarms blared anew. Endurance loomed ahead, fighters scrambling. Mara punched the burn. Coalition comms lit up. Vexari holdouts responding to Vesh's ping. Incoming hail. Sergeant Kincaid, this is Vexari Fleet Remnant. Asset secured. Terms for alliance. Mara glanced at Salith. The alien nodded fierce. Asset safe, Mara transmitted. Talk peace. Holt's voice snarled one last time. Traitor, all units. Static. Fighters broke off. Orders shifted. Salith touched Myra's shoulder. Bond endures, clan rises. Myra smiled grim. War's endgame flipped. One extraction sparked it all. Myra kicked in the detention wing door. Shards of alloy sprayed across the corridor. Two Vexari guards spun toward her, plasma rifles rising. She fired first. Pulse rounds slammed the left one's chest plate. It crumpled, antennae twitching. The second lunged, claws extended. Myra sidestepped, drove her rifle butt into its mandibles. Bone cracked. She followed with a knee to the throat. It gagged, dropped. Rays patched in viacomms. Clear behind you, Sergeant. Service lifts 30 meters right. Myra slung her rifle, dragged the bodies into shadow. Alarms stayed silent for now. She sprinted, boots silent on grated floor. The complex hummed with distant chants, tribunal rituals. Holt's shuttle would land soon. No time. She slapped the lift panel. Doors hissed open. Empty. Myra rode it down, counting seconds. Floor 3, detention core. Her goal burned clear, extract Salith, the last Vexari genetic archive, promised to the alien remnant fleet. Holt called it suicide. Myra called it duty. Lift dinged. Myra rolled out low. 3 more guards patrolled the hall, backs to her. She primed a stun grenade, lobbed it. Flashbang erupted. They convulsed, rifles clattering. Myra closed fast. First guard took an elbow to the temple, out. Second swung wild, she parried, snapped its arm. Third charged. Myra vaulted its back, locked an armbar. It thrashed, then slackened. Guard teams down, she whispered into comms. Moving to Warden's nest. Ray's voice crackled. Tribunal's ETA 5 mics, Holt's barking overrides, hurry. Myra advanced. Hollow panels flickered with containment feeds, cells of captured Vexari, most empty husks. Salith's file glowed red, priority asset, bomb collar armed, political scapegoat to end the war clean. Myra gritted teeth, not on her watch. Warden Vesh's chamber loomed, armored door sealed. Myra stacked breaching charge. Boom, smoke billowed. She burst in, rifle leveled. Vesh rose from its dais, 4 arms unfolding, towering chitin-plated eyes like black orbs. Human intruder, protocols demand termination. Myra kept her barrel steady. Access codes for Salith's cell, now. Vesh's mandibles clicked, amusement. You breach my wing, bold. Tribunal claims the asset. Why trade? Myra lowered her rifle an inch. Remnant fleet pings alliance if she's free. Your clan's last hope. Rifle for codes, take it. Vesh circled, assessing. Claws tapped console. Human weapons inferior to Vexari pulse lances. Yet you down my sentry silent. It paused, antennae quivering. Remnant lives, proof. Myra tossed a data chit. Their last broadcast, coordinates embedded, verify. Vesh slotted it. Hollow bloomed, Vexari ships holding orbit fringe. Warden's plates rattled, shock. Clan endures. Assets collar kills on release without my override. Codes, Myra repeated, extending rifle. Or I take them from your corpse. Vesh snatched the weapon, mandibles grinding. Deal sealed. Codes, Alpha 7 9 Theta, Cell 4, Tribunal comes. Escape tunnels, Vector 29er. Myra memorized. Honor pact, Warden. Vesh's eyes gleamed. Humans expend for one curious species. It keyed panel, collar ping confirmed. Myra bolted. Corridor lights flashed red, alarms live. Tribunal chatter echoed topside. She slammed Salith's cell panel. Lock's word, door ground open. The monster huddled in corner, not the plague beast Holt's intel painted. A starving Vexari woman, frame gaunt, skin mottled gray. Antennae drooped. Bomb collar pulsed red around slender neck, detonator primed. Salith flinched, multifaceted eyes wide. Deathbringer? Mara knelt slow, hands open. Sergeant Mara Kincaid, here to extract. Salith's claws scraped floor. Humans execute, tribunal ends bloodline. Not this one. Mara scanned collar, neural lock, plasma charge. No time for hacks. She gripped plasteel edge, fingers probing seam. Hold still. You, touch death circle. Salith's translator warbled, melodic under rasp. Mara wedged knife blade, twisted. Sparks flew. Collar hummed angry. Promised your clan we'd pull you. Stubborn beats explosive. Metal groaned. Mara yanked, collar split. Wires snapped. Charge fizzled dead. She tossed it aside. Salith gasped, neck raw. Free, impossible. Standard op. Mara hauled her up. Salith leaned heavy, malnourished, weak. Tunnels move, alarms screamed. Bulkheads groaned, ceiling sequence. Mara dragged Salith left, kicked service grate. They tumbled into dim tunnels, pipes hissing steam. Left vector 29er, Mara grunted, supporting alien weight. Salith's feet dragged, but grip tightened on Mara's arm. Vexari do not. Run from pact, Salith murmured. You fight for me, why? War's not over till all files close right. Footsteps pounded above. Mara shoved Salith ahead, covered rear. Pulse fire scorched tunnel mouth. They crawled, vents rattling. Salith's breathing steadied, Vexari resilience kicking in. Mara checked TACpad, Raven 7 insertion point near. Tribunal voices boomed through grates. Kincaid, surrender the asset. Captain Holt's tone, ice cold. Mara smirked. Not today. Salith paused, touched Mara's pauldron. Human strength, not brute, endurance. Save breath. Mara boosted her over pipe junction. Explosions rocked complex breaches. They spilled into hangar sublevel. Raven 7 crouched, ramps down, raise at med station. Corporal waved frantic. Here, Mara shoved Salith aboard. Strap in, raise, scan her. Tribunal shuttle touched down outside, ramps dropping. Holt's troops spilled out, barking orders. Mara fired from the hip, pulses chewed rock. Raise dragged Salith deeper. Mara dove and last. Hatch sealed, engines thundered. Mara yanked controls skyward. Tribunal fire raked hull, shields held. Vesh's voice crackled open channel. Human departs with asset, warden honors pact. Holt's roar cut in. Kincaid, stand down or be shot. Too late. Raven 7 punched orbit. Salith slumped in jump seat, antennae perking toward Mara. Raise scanned vitals. Stable, no plague, she's clean. Salith spoke, soft through translator. You defy death circle for me? Mara banked evasive. Promise kept. Salith's eyes widened. Humans expend self for one. Raise grinned, patching minor burns. Standard op. Alarms blared anew. Endurance loomed ahead, fighters scrambling. Mara punched burn. Coalition comms lit up, Vexari holdouts responding to Vesh's ping. Incoming hail, Sergeant Kincaid, this is Vexari Fleet Remnant. Assets secured. Terms for alliance? Mara glanced at Salith. The alien nodded fierce. Asset safe, Mara transmitted. Talk peace. Holt's voice snarled. Traitor, all units. Static cut him. Fighters broke off. Orders shifted. Salith touched Mara's shoulder. Bond endures, clan rises. Mara smiled grim. One extraction flipped the war, but endurance locked weapons. Holt's gambit live board or burn, raise cursed. Incoming missiles, evasive. Mara rolled ship hard. Compassion forged coalition. Now grit held it. Mara slammed her palm on the radio beacon. Raven 7, Kincaid, package secure. Home in on my signal, double time it. Static crackled. Boots pounded behind her in the facility's dim corridor. Salith stumbled, her iridescent skin flickering under emergency strobes. Raze propped the alien's arm over her shoulder, rifle slung low. Kincaid, this is Holt. Captain's voice sliced through. Negative on extract, redirecting dropship to primary LZ, assets a tribunal kill order, abort and withdraw. Myra's jaw locked. She glanced at Salith's wide, multifaceted eyes, pleading, not panicked. The alien's antennae twitched, translator chip humming faint. No can do, sir. Mara's thumb mashed transmit. Promise made, she's coming with us. Holt barked. That's an order, Sergeant. Tribunal wants her head to seal the peace. Your beacon's dark to evac. Kincaid, respond. Dead air. Mara yanked the beacon's plug. Tribunal guards swarmed 2 corridors over. Vesh's lockdown klaxons wailed. No dropship meant no clean out. Goal, steel wheels. Rays nodded ahead. Skimmer Bay, 30 meters, move. They sprinted. Mara kicked a side panel, sparks flew. Maintenance skimmer squatted inside, engine humming idle. She hot-wired the dash in 10 seconds flat. Salith climbed in back, Ray's shotgun. Mara gunned it, corridor blurred. Alarms shrieked. Blast door ahead, Rays called. Sealed tight, red lights pulsing. Mara grinned feral. Hold on. She aimed the skimmer's reinforced nose. Throttle maxed. Vehicle roared. Metal screamed as they rammed. Door buckled inward, hinges shearing. They burst into the open yard, kill zone proper. Tribunal fire erupted. Plasma bolts sizzled air. Mara swerved the skimmer behind a cargo crate. Down, bolts chewed the hull. Salith's translator buzzed. They hunt my genes, last breeder, end me war ends. Not today. Mara vaulted out, rifle barking. 2 guards dropped, clutching throats. She grabbed Salith's wrist. On me, Rays, suppress. Rays laid cover fire, rounds stitching the ramparts. Mara hauled Salith into the open sprint. Bolts scorched past. One grazed Mara's shoulder, fabric charred, skin blistered. She ignored it, positioned her body between Salith and the main turret. Keep low. Mara shoved the alien ahead. A bolt slammed her thigh. Pain lanced hot. Legs buckled, but she caught herself on Salith's arm. Dragged them both forward, 20 meters to the perimeter fence. Guards flanked left. Mara snap-fired, dropped one. Salith clutched her side, bioluminescent blood seeping. You shield me. Standard drill. Mara scooped her up, fireman's carry. Salith weighed like a wet pack, featherlight for her height. Mara charged. Bolts stitched her boot heels. She dove behind a wrecked drone, Salith tumbling free. Rays slid in beside them, medkit out. Legs fried, patch incoming. She slapped sealant foam on the burn. Mara hissed, nodded thanks. Perimeter hummed electric. Beyond, wasteland to the comms tower, 2 clicks out. Abandoned since the siege. Mara eyed the skimmer, wrecked, smoking, no ride. Towers are Hail Mary, proof of life vid to fleet. Holt can't ignore coalition brass. Salith's eyes gleamed. Vexari, listen, my signal pings can fleet. Bet on it. Mara stood, tested the leg, held. She slung rifle, offered hand. Salith took it. Rays flanked right. They bolted the fence gap. Tribunal drones whirred overhead. Mara picked one off midair. Grenade launcher coughed. Wreckage rained. Dust storm kicked up, grit stinging eyes. Mara pushed pace. Salith matched, long legs eating ground. Humans run wounded. Stubborn. Mara scanned thermals. Patrol inbound, half-click. Rays demo charges. Plenty, medic grinned, priming sticks. They hit the tower base. Rusted ladder snaked up 50 meters. Mara boosted Salith first. Alien climbed smooth, claws gripping rungs. Rays next. Mara covered rear, picking off a scout drone. Wind howled at the platform. Comms dish loomed, power couplings frayed. Mara spliced her datapad in. Screen flickered live. Fleet command, Sergeant Kincaid sending proof. Cam auto-cued, Salith front and center, wounds sealed, eyes fierce. Mara keyed audio. Asset alive, no plague vector. Tribunal scapegoat, Holtz pulling evac, request override. Transmit pulsed, Salith leaned in. Vexari remnant, this is last cedar, Kincaid shields, honor pact. Signal beamed wide, Mara monitored channels. Holt's voice exploded on open freak. Kincaid. Cease unauthorized broadcast, your court-martial bait. Copy, sir. Mara kept calm. Just showing the file. Boots on ladder, Vesh. Warden Keeper crested the platform, plasma rifle leveled. His chitinous plates gleamed under alien sun. Human breaches containment. Asset departs not. Mara's rifle snapped up. Rays circled left. Standoff. Deal's done, Vesh. You greenlit the handoff. Warden's mandibles clicked. Tribunal orders execution. Leverage lost. Salith stepped forward. Antennae flared. Leverage lives. Human pays blood debt. Vesh paused. Comms crackled. Vexari ping inbound. Last cedar confirmed. Fleet vectors. Terms protect or perish. Warden lowered rifle a fraction. Coalition signal. My protocols bind. Mara held steady. Join or chase. Your call. Drones buzzed closer. Tribunal heavies inbound. Vesh keyed his comm. Facility stands down. Human takes asset. Pact logged. Holt roared through Mara's earpiece. Vesh, you Kincaid, all units converge, shoot to kill. Mara cut the link. Rays, eyes on exfil. Medic pointed wasteland. Chewed rock gully, half-click. Raven 7 ghosts in if we ping. Salith touched Mara's arm, skin cool, pulsing faint light. You defy own circle. Promised. Mara shouldered rifle. Drones crested ridge, plasma lancing. They repelled the tower fast, hit dirt running. Vesh's voice trailed open channel. Asset away, Warden honors. Tribunal fire chased. Mara scooped Salith again when the alien faltered. Leg burned like hell, but she powered through sand. Rays grenaded a pursuer. Gully loomed. Rays dragged Salith into shadow. Mara dove last. Hatch stolen from a derelict, sealed with a clang. Engines thrummed below. Raven 7 Rays override hack. Mara yanked controls skyward. Tribunal fire raked the hull. Shields flared blue held. Mara banked hard. Vesh's voice crackled. Human departs with asset. Warden honors pact. Holt cut in. Kincaid stand down or be shot. Too late. Raven 7 punched atmosphere. Salith slumped in jump seat, antennae perking at Mara. Rays scanned her. Stable, no plague, clean. Salith spoke soft. Defy death for one. Mara evaded flak. Promise kept. Eyes widened. Expend self. Rays grinned, foaming Mara's burns. Standard op. Alarms wailed. Endurance loomed. Holt's carrier. Fighters scrambling. Mara punched thrust. Coalition comms lit. Vexari holdouts pinged Vesh's relay. Hail, Kincaid Vexari remnant, asset secured, alliance terms. Mara glanced, Salith nodded fierce. Safe, Mara sent. Talk peace, Holt snarled. Traitor units, static swallowed him. Fighters veered, orders flipped. Salith gripped Mara's shoulder. Bond endures, clan rises. Mara smiled grim. One pull flipped the war. Endurance locked weapons. Missiles bloomed hot. Holt's play board or burn, Rays cursed. Evasive, Myra rolled hard, grit now or coalition crumbles. Myra jammed her suit gauntlet into the collar's access port. Metal screeched. Sparks bit her armored fingers. Salith flinched, her iridescent skin paling under the dim cell lights. Antennae twitched. Human pain. Stay still. Mara's voice cut sharp through the squad comm. The hard link pulsed green. Cipher cracked. Comms flooded open, Vesh's encrypted channels, tribunal feeds, raw war data. Rays crouched nearby, medkit splayed. Got her vitals, shallow pulse, link holding? Affirm. Mara yanked the data stream. Salith's collar hummed. Alien fingers danced over projected holokeys. War logs uploaded, fleet manifests, surrender pings ignored, human genocides exposed as staged retreats. Her kind hadn't wiped out colonies. They'd begged quarter. Salith's eyes locked on Mara. Truth, buried, you dig. Coalition channels flickered live. Mara punched transmit. Logs beamed wide, 8 seconds of unfiltered proof. Static roared, jamming hit like a wall. Kincaid, Holt's voice thundered over open freak. Cease broadcast, Hunter Squad inbound, surrender the asset. Myra ripped the link free, collar sparked dead. Rays, patch her stairwell's mine. Salith gripped Myra's arm, thin claws dug in. Why, one life? Myra shoved her toward Rays. Move. Boots pounded above. Hunter Squad, Holt's elites, power-armored killers. Myra hit the stairwell door, barricaded with a scavenged crate. Rifle up, she sighted the choke point. First trooper crested the landing. Mara fired. Rounds punched visor plate. He tumbled. Rays dragged Salith into cover. Wounds clean, shrapnel, not plague. Hold still. Nanofoam hissed into gashes. Salith hissed pain, but nodded. Second hunter lobbed a stun grenade. Mara kicked it back. Blast rattled her shields. She advanced one step, squeezed trigger, chest plate cracked. Man dropped. You're dead, Kincaid, Holt barked. Tribunal ends this war clean. She's the file closer. Salith's voice pierced the din, faint over Mara's external pickups. He, bargains death, Rays snorted. Holt's playbook, Mara stairwell clear, 2 down, 3 inbound. Mara reloaded. Thermals painted the next wave, flanking low. Vesh's relay crackled. Human holds. Warden notes packed. Asset yields logs. Salith uploaded final burst, her clan's last stand, beacons pleading alliance. Mara glimpsed it on her HUD, no genocide, fabricated to justify the purge. Grenade arced. Mara dove rolled, fired blind, screams echoed. Rays finished the patch. She's mobile, logs hit nets, Vexari remnants pinging. Hunter lead breached the crate, full auto chattered, Mara's shields flared red, she countered, bayonet flashing, blade sank home, last man gurgled, stairwell fell silent, Mara waved them up. Go. Raven 7's hotwired. Salith staggered forward, leaning on Rays. You fight, alone for me. Standard op. Mara scanned for tails, alarms wailed facility-wide, Vesh's lockdown klaxons, they burst into the service gully. Sand whipped through cracked vents, burned like hell, but Mara powered through. Pursuer drone buzzed rear. Rays spun, grenaded at midair. Wreckage rained. Gully loomed ahead, shadows deep. Rays hauled Salith in. Mara dove last. Hatch stolen from a derelict, sealed with a clang. Engines thrummed below. Raven 7 raise override hack. Mara yanked controls skyward. Tribunal fire raked the hull. Shields flared blue held. She banked hard. Vesh's voice crackled. Human departs with asset. Warden honors pact. Holt cut in. Kincaid, stand down or be shot. Too late, Raven 7 punched atmosphere. Salith slumped in jump seat, antennae perking at Mara. Rays scanned her. Stable, no plague, clean. Salith spoke soft. Defy death for one. Mara evaded flak. Promise kept. Eyes widened. Expend self. Rays grinned, foaming Mara's burns. Standard op. Alarms wailed. Endurance loomed, Holt's carrier fighters scrambling. Mara punched thrust. Coalition comms lit. Vexari holdouts pinged Vesh's relay. Hail, Kincaid, Vexari remnant, assets secured, alliance terms. Mara glanced. Salith nodded fierce. Safe, Mara sent. Talk peace. Holt snarled. Traitor units. Static swallowed him. Fighters veered. Orders flipped. Salith gripped Mara's shoulder. Bond endures. Clan rises. Mara smiled grim. One pull flipped the war. Endurance locked weapons. Missiles bloomed hot. Holt's play, board or burn, Rays cursed. Evasive. Mara rolled hard. Fighters swarmed, lasers stitching void. She jinked low, skimmed debris field. Raven 7 groaned under G-loads. Salith braced, uploaded final auth codes. Vexari fleets rally. Your truth calls them. HUD pinged, dozen signatures, alien hulls warping in. Vexari remnants, logs verified. They formed wedge, shields interlocking. Holt's voice broke through jam. All units retask, coalition vector. Missiles veered, detonating harmless. Endurance powered down guns. Mara leveled out. Raise status. Green across. Salith's nominating you for clan adoption. Salith's laugh tinkled, weak but real. Human stubborn saves worlds. Carrier bay doors yawned. Endurance tractored them in, no fire. Mara eased throttles. Deck clanged under landing skids. Ramp dropped. Holt stormed aboard, Marines flanking but rifles low. Kincaid, logs checked out, tribunals folding. Mara unstrapped, helped Salith down. War's done, he nodded curt. Coalition charter drafting. Vexari reps inbound. Salith stood tall, wounds sealed. Claws touched Mara's helmet. Protector, clan dead eternal. Rays slung medkit. Told you, standard op turns legend. Mara waved it off, handed Salith a sidearm. Keep it. Alliance starts equal. Vesh's shuttle docked next bay. Warden Keeper emerged, protocols shelved. Human compassion forges pact. Warden yields. Holdouts linked feeds. Peace Hollow signed live, humans and Vexari side by side. Mara watched Salith sign first. One promise under fire, coalition born. But Holt pulled her aside. Tribunal remnants, hardliners inbound, secure her. Mara nodded, rifle ready, compassion held, war flipped, now guard the peace. Laser fire chewed through the tower door. Mara Kincaid shoved Salith deeper into the control room, rifle barking suppression rounds. Rays, seal that breach. Corporal Amani Rays slapped a charge pack over the melting frame. Sparks flew. The door warped shut. Sealed for 10 minutes tops. Salith's claws dug into Mara's arm. Her multifaceted eyes widened at the holomap flickering on the console. Hunters, tribunal kill order, you too, protector. Mara glanced at the alien woman. Salith's iridescent scales gleamed under emergency lights, wounds from the crash still bandaged by Ray's fieldwork. Last of the Vexari emissaries. Political poison to hardliners who wanted the war's end sealed in blood. Copy that. Mara slung her pack. We hold or we run. Your call, but I'm rigging for fight. Boots pounded below. Squad chatter crackled over intercepted comms. Human voices, coalition, Marines gone rogue, tribunal loyalists. Orders clear, execute prisoner, eliminate protector. Mara moved fast. She yanked power conduits from the walls, twisted them into trip lines across the stairwell access. Rays, frag grenades on these lanes, funnel 'em narrow. Rays nodded, wiring det packs. Improvised kill box, they'll stack like cordwood. Salith pressed against the console, ears twitching. Silent since capture. Now she tilted her head. 3 squads, north stair primary, flank from east vents. Sound profiles match. Mara froze mid-knot. You hear that through Duracrete. Vexari senses. Salith tapped her temple ridges. Echolocation, they climb now. Leader signals halt. Mara trusted it. No time for doubt. She smeared chemluminescent paint on blast doors, bait glow. Rigged the main hall with motion sensors linked to flashbangs and shrapnel bursts. Narrow lanes forced bunch up. Her traps would shred armor before rifles cleared holsters. Smart. Rays taped the last wire. Humans fight dirty, they expect clean sweep. Alarms wailed. First squad breached sub-level. Mara dropped to a knee, optics sweeping the feed. 10 hunters geared heavy, tribunal patches on pauldrons. Contact, Mara whispered. She triggered the first funnel, floor plates buckled. Grenades popped, screams echoed up shafts. 2 down. 8 pushing, Salith pointed. Squad leader, east stair, tablet glow. Mara sprinted, rays covered with hip-fired bursts. Mara slid into the east vent overlook. Leader below, staff stripes, barking orders. She dropped a stun puck. It rolled true. Leader staggered. Mara vaulted railing, boot to his neck. Pinned him, ripped the tablet from his gauntlet. Thumbprint scan bypassed with a knife jab to his sensor pad. Screen lit, execution confirmed. Prisoner SAELIT HVEX. Protector KINCAID trader. End file. Got you. Mara smashed the tablet. Zip-tied the leader's wrists, dragged him to Salith. Proof for Holt, tribunal's rogue op. Leader spat. She's liability, war ends clean. Salith leaned close, her voice hummed low, subsonics rattling his teeth. War ends with pact, your hardliners die alone. Rays patched into comms. Endurance, this is Rays. Kincaid has tribunal confirmation, hardliners on site, request extract. Static, then Captain Holt's voice clipped. Negative, tribunal overrides, secure prisoner for transport. Kincaid, stand down. Mara's jaw tightened. Holt, mission first, saw Salith as loose end. Captain, logs show coalition vector, Vexari reps inbound. Orders stand. Holt cut link, betrayal stung. Mara eyed the tower cams, more hunters massing, vents clogged with reinforcements. Warden Vesh's facility lockdown held outer gates, but his by-the-book protocols wouldn't bend for her. Salith roots. Alien woman's eyes fluttered shut, ears swiveled. West clear short burst, north blocked, spaceport 2-click dash, night cover now. Mara checked chrono. Dusk bled into black, stars punched through alien sky, risky dash beat last stand. We run, raise, smoke pots on exfil, Salith you good. Salith straightened, claws flexed. Protector leads, clan follows. Mara shouldered the captive leader. Leverage, Vesh. Open gates or your protocols bury you with us. Warden Keeper Vesh's voice boomed from speakers. Custodial drone hovered in. Human defiance breaches containment. Yield prisoner. Mara fired a burst past the drone. Tablet proof, tribunal fakes, coalition drafts live. Help or die rogue. Drone scanned the leader, data pinged. Vesh paused. Leverage verified, gate cycle 5 minutes, bargain struck. Gates groaned open on feed. Mara kicked the leader forward. Move, your shield. They bolted down west stair. Traps triggered behind, flashes lit night. Hunters poured in, funneled to slaughter. Shrapnel pinged walls, screams choked air. Rays lobbed smoke. Clear! Night air hit cold. Mara sprinted, Salith matching stride. Her species' low-grav adaptation made her glide. Human legs burned, but Mara pushed. Rifle swept flanks. Laser lanced past. Hunter squad crested ridge. Mara dropped 2. Salith hurled a scavenged rock, cracked a helmet visor. Equal, Salith hissed. Captive leader stumbled. Mara hauled him. Run or bleed. Spaceport lights flickered ahead. Endurance loomed, wedge shields glowing. But patrol drones buzzed hostile, tribunal hacked. Rays hacked back. Drones down, bay clear. Vesh's shuttle screamed overhead, laying cover fire. Warden Keeper's bargain held. Custodian honors packed. Mara waved endurance. Tractor beams locked. Hulls warped in Vexari signatures inbound. Missiles veered harmless. Mara powered extraction pod thrusters. Rays status? Green, Salith's nominating you. Salith laughed, tinkling. Stubborn saves worlds. Pod clanged into bay. Ramp dropped. Holt stormed in, Marines low ready. Kincaid, logs check. He scanned tablet rip. Tribunal folding. Mara helped Salith stand. War done? Holt nodded. Coalition charter, Vexari inbound. Salith touched Mara's pauldron. Clan debt. Rays grinned. Legend. Mara handed Salith a sidearm. Equal. Vesh docked next bay. Compassion forges. Peace hollow signed. Humans Vexari side by side. Holt pulled Mara aside. Remnants inbound. Secure. Rifle ready. One promise held. But tower feeds pinged new signatures. Hardliners punched Atmo. Mara chambered round. Compassion under fire. Salith beside her. Together. Rays patched wounds, Vesh locked protocols, endurance guns spooled, coalition tested. Mara sighted first hunter drop pod. Incoming. Fire bloomed, they held, drop pods cratered perimeter. Tribunal holdouts, 20 strong, exosuits gleaming. Holt barked vectors. Mara flanked left, Salith's ears pinpointing drops. 3 pods east, Salith called. Mara triggered perimeter traps, old rigs from tower funneled them again. Explosions chained, suits crumpled. Rays dragged a wounded Marine clear. Improvising tourniquets, hold! Vesh's drones swarmed, lasers precise. Alien tech meshed human grit. Holt nodded at Mara. Your call saved it. One hardliner breached bay, Mara tackled. Salith clawed his rifle away. Protector's clan. Last shot cracked. Silence fell. Coalition feeds linked. Signatures verified. War flipped permanent. Mara lowered rifle. Salith leaned in. Debt paid, no eternal. Rays slung kit. Standard op. Holt clasped Mara's shoulder. Not standard. Peace held, guarded. But stars whispered more. Mara watched scopes. Ready, compassion built it. Steel kept it. Squad chatter died. Mara swept the bay. Clear. Salith signed hollow last. Claw precise. Vexari reps tractored in. Scales like hers, eyes wide at humans. Kincaid legend spreads, one hummed. Mara yanked the fuel hauler's throttle wide. The massive rig bucked forward, engines roaring as it plowed through the spaceport's razor wire fence. Sparks flew in a deafening screech. Chainlink shredded like paper. She hit the auxiliary dump. Fuel lines ruptured on command. The trail ignited in a roaring corridor of orange flame, 20 meters wide. Hardliner patrols scattered, their exosuits blackening as the blaze cut off reinforcements. Mara floored it toward the central hangar. Salith clung to the passenger strut, her scaled claws digging into the frame. They come from East Tower, her ears twitched, pinpointing drops beyond the fire wall. Rays, cover right, Mara barked into comms. The medic's voice crackled back. On it, Vesh drones inbound. The hauler smashed through a cargo crate stack. Mara leaped out before it halted, rifle up. Smoke choked the air, acrid and hot. She sprinted for the grounded shuttle, its ramp sealed, engines cold. Salith dropped beside her, plasma pistol humming. Warden Keeper Vesh's containment drones buzzed overhead, lasers priming. Lockout active, human override needed. Mara slapped the access panel, circuits fried from sabotage. She ripped open her field kit, yanked multi-tool and wiring spool. Fingers flew red to core, bypassed the tribunal failsafe. Sparks bit her gloves. Come on, you bastard. Green light flashed. Ramp hissed down. Mara waved Salith aboard. Inside now, they piled into the cockpit. Rays vaulted in last, medkit slung, dragging a limping Vesh drone for repairs. Perimeters holding, fires buying us 30 seconds. Alarms wailed. Tower feeds lit Mara's HUD, Holt's signature vectoring fast. Captain Darius Holt, mission first to the bone. He saw Salith as the file's last loose end. Clean closure meant a bullet. Mara punched pre-flight. Engines whined to life. Strap in, Vesh, sync your auth codes. The alien custodian's hollow flickered. Protocols demand, override granted, Mara snapped. You're with us or against? Vesh's mandibles clicked assent. Drones slotted into shuttle bays, boosting power. Rifles clacked outside. Holt's squad sealed the hangar doors. Boots pounded the ramp. Mara spun from the console, rifle leveled. Holt stormed up, pistol drawn, 5 Marines in tow. Exosuits gleamed under flickering lights. Kincaid, Holt's voice cut sharp. Stand down, hand over the asset. Salith pressed against Mara's side, ears flat. Mara kept her barrel steady on Holt's chest plate. She's no asset, Captain. She's the last Vexari diplomat. Tribunal's kill order is illegal. Holt's eyes narrowed. War's over because of her kind. Hardliners want closure. I deliver it. Step aside. Marines fanned out, weapons trained. Rays crouched low, syringe ready. Vesh drones hummed, lasers tracking throats. Mara's mind raced. No time for debate. She slapped the intercom override, spaceport-wide broadcast. All stations, this is Staff Sergeant Mara Kincaid, Echo Company, broadcasting tribunal kill order and suppressed war logs. Witness. Static burst across every speaker in the port. Hollow screens flickered to life. The kill order scrolled. Terminate Vexari subject Salith Prime. Prevent coalition fracture. Attached logs dumped, Vexari surrender terms ignored, human hardliners fabricating atrocities for one last push. Holt lunged. You traitorous! Mara sidestepped, rifle butt cracking his wrist. Pistol clattered down the ramp. Marines hesitated, eyes on screens. Port chatter exploded. What the hell, that's classified. Tower confirm auth? Ground crews gawked from catwalks, tools forgot. Salith fired a warning plasma bolt past Holt's helmet. It scorched the bulkhead. Protector stands. Holt snarled, drawing backup blade. You'll court-martial for this. Myra chambered around. Broadcasts live, ports watching, your closure ends here. Reyes darted forward, tagging a Marine's leg with Trank. He dropped. Vesh drones zapped 2 more precise stuns. Holt swung wild. Myra ducked, drove elbow into his gut plate. Armor cracked. You're done, Holt. Myra pinned him, knee on throat. War logs prove Vexari sued for peace months ago. Tribunal buried it. Holt gasped. Necessary. Losses. Port intercom echoed a new voice, Vexari rep from the bay. Humans verify, Salith lives, coalition binds. Marines lowered weapons, one keyed open channels. Captain stand down, brass is inbound. Holt slumped. Myra hauled him up, cuffed him to the ramp rail. Reyes, secure the squad, Vesh, seal the bird. Salith touched Myra's arm, claws gentle. You burn worlds for one. Myra met her gaze. Promise kept. Shuttle ramp whined shut. Myra hit thrusters. The craft lifted, weaving past drop pods cratering the tarmac. Hardliner signatures bloomed, 20 exosuits, tribunal holdouts. Incoming, Mara called, Salith's ears swiveled. 3 pods east. Reyes patched a drone feed. Vesh rigs funneling them into the fire corridor. Explosions chained below. Fuel flames leaped higher, suits crumpling. Mara banked hard left, flanking. Perimeter traps hot. Vesh's voice hummed. Alien tech, human fire, mesh complete. 1 pod breached the bay. Myra dove the shuttle low, doors cracking open. She rappelled down mid-hover, boots hitting deck. The hardliner charged, rifle blazing. Myra rolled, triggered old tower rigs. Claymores popped, shrapnel shredding servos. Salith dropped beside her, claws raking the rifle free. Protector's clan fights. Last shot cracked from Mara's sidearm. Silence fell, back aboard, feeds linked. Coalition signatures verified, Vexari tractors inbound, scales gleaming like Salith's. Mara lowered her rifle. Salith leaned close. Debt paid, no, eternal. Reyes slung her kit. Standard op. Holt's voice crackled from custody. Not standard. Peace held, guarded. Mara swept scopes from the cockpit. Clear, but new pings whispered hardliner remnants off-grid. Salith signed a hollow last. Claw precise. Vexari reps hummed through comms. Kincaid legend spreads. Mara gripped controls tighter. Compassion built it. Steel kept it. Squad chatter died. Mara vectored for Atmo. Stars waited. Ready, but scopes pinged again. Fresh signatures. Hardliners punched through cloud cover. Mara chambered a fresh mag. Together. Salith nodded. Reyes prepped stims. Vesh drones spooled. Endurance tested anew. Fire bloomed below. They held. Drop pods cratered the outer perimeter. Tribunal holdouts, 8 strong now, exosuits scarred but gleaming. Holt's final bark echoed from brig feed. Vectors locked. Kincaid, your call? Mara flanked right this time. Salith pinpointed. 2 pods north. Perimeter traps chained again. Explosions lit the night. Suits crumpled. Reyes dragged a stunned Marine clear. Hers or theirs didn't matter. Tourniquets holding, improvise. Vesh's drones swarmed, lasers carving paths. Human grit meshed alien precision. 1 hardliner breached inner bay. Mara tackled midair. Salith clawed the rifle away. Clan endures. Final shot cracked. Silence. Coalition feed solidified. War flipped permanent. Myra watched Vexari ships dock, eyes wide at human resolve. 1 rep approached the ramp, humming low. You save 1, bind many. Myra clasped forearm, human style firm. We keep promises. Salith stood tall beside her. Ears perked at the stars, no more whispers, yet. Reyes patched final wounds. Clear for dust-off. Holt, subdued, met Myra's eyes through the grate. Legend or liability? Coalition, Myra said. She turned to scopes. Ready, the port transformed. Crews cheered from towers. Broadcast looped, kill order exposed, logs undeniable. Witnesses everywhere, hardliners rooted, but Mara knew, stars always whispered more. Compassion under fire forged the bond. Now steel guarded it. She ignited mains. Shuttle roared, sky shuttle mains thundered. Mara gripped the yoke as G-forces slammed her into the seat. Alarms screamed, proximity alerts, incoming fire. Red tracers lanced from the surface, stitching the exhaust plume. Strap in, Mara barked over her shoulder. Salith buckled fast, her elongated ears flattening against her skull. Reyes patched the last medgel on a Marine's thigh, then wedged into the jump seat. Enemy batteries locked on. Shells burst below, shrapnel peppering the hull. Mara banked hard left, threading a gap between 2 rising smoke towers. The shuttle groaned. Captain Holt, we're dust off. Hold your fire, teams. Mara's voice cut through the comms chatter. Holt's reply crackled. Kincaid Tribunals greenlit, vectors inbound, abort or paint yourself hostile. Negative. Mara punched thrusters, altitude spiked. But the planet's gravity well dragged, and pursuit bloomed on scopes. 3 fighters, Vexari design, sleek and hungry, debris field ahead. Wreckage from yesterday's orbital skirmish orbited in jagged clusters. Mara jinked right. A chunk of hull grazed the wing, sparks flying. Salith leaned forward, claws tapping her console. Left 15 up 2, harmonic resonance, avoid the spin. Mara glanced back. Salith's golden eyes fixed on the nav screen, pupils dilating in rhythm with the debris flow. Alien senses, harmonic mapping her species' edge. Mara adjusted without question. The shuttle slipped through a tumbling girder like thread through a needle. Pursuit closed. Fighters loosed missiles. Exhaust trails burned hot. Correction, roll starboard, evade vector 37. Salith's voice stayed even, fingers dancing over auxiliary inputs. No panic, just precision. Mara rolled. Missiles detonated in the debris wake, chain reaction blooms lighting the void. One fighter clipped a fragment, secondary explosion, 2 left. Got your back, Rays called, priming countermeasures. Flares spat out the rear. The remaining fighters peeled off, outrun by the shuttle's raw thrust. Orbit achieved, contested zone. Mara leveled out, scanners pinging friendlies. Fleet Command beacon pulsed ahead, a carrier battle group, human backbone with Vexari escorts docked. Salith exhaled, ears perking. Clear path, clan site holds. Mara nodded once. Rays status? All green, wounds sealed. We're flying wounded, but flying. Comms lit up. Shuttle Echo 7, this is Fleet Command, squawk off and state intent. Mara keyed the burst transmission. Evidence packet, tribunal logs, Vesh's kill order audio, witness vids from the port. Undeniable. Echo 7, Kincaid commanding. Package delivered. Last survivor aboard, request vector to safe berth. Static, then Admiral Voss's gravel voice. Received, tribunal override confirmed, but politics inbound, coalition council demands repatriation, leverage for peace. Mara's jaw tightened. Repatriation meant death. Salith's kind, empathic harmonics could sway fleets with a whisper, strategic gold, political poison. No trade, Mara transmitted flat. She's under human protection, coalition forged dirt side, honor it. Pause stretched. Fighters ghosted their flank, Holt's squadron, weapons cold but locked. Holt broke in. Kincaid, stand down, clean end to the file, she's liability. Salith stiffened beside Mara, claws flexed on her harness. Liability saved your ass, Captain, Mara eyed scopes. We routed hardliners, Vexari reps witnessed, flip the script or eat it. Voss cut through. Council counters, Salith for armistice terms, favorable. Mara glanced at Salith. The alien met her gaze, trust earned in fire. Mara hit transmit. Refuse, human word binds. She's staying. Silence. Then Vector approved, Bay 4 Mercy Carrier. Welcome home, Sergeant. Docking clamps thudded home. Mara powered down, unstrapped. Airlock cycled. Marines in dress blues flanked the ramp, escort detail. No cuffs. Admiral Voss waited, flanked by Vexari liaison, Humsuit thrumming. Salith stepped out first, tall and lithe, iridescent scales catching light. Whispers rippled through the deck crew. Staff Sergeant Kincaid, Voss said, saluting crisp. Evidence sealed the deal. Hardliners rooted, but councils pushing. Mara clasped Salith's forearm, human firm, alien echo. She walks free. Voss nodded to the Vexari. Keeper's proxy confirms. The Vexari hummed low, tendrils gesturing. Clan debt paid, one saved, echoes many. Rays herded the wounded off-ramp. Med bays prepped, I'll handle triage. Mara turned to Salith. Protective custody, my detail. Salith's ears flicked. Bind. Mara signed the slate security liaison contract. Permanent. You and me till the stars settle. Deck shook. Alarms whooped proximity. Scopes flared, rogue tribunal frigate jumping in hot. Weapons hot. Holt's voice boomed over base-wide. All hands battle stations. Kincaid, your call echoes. Mara pulled Salith toward the secure wing. Marines fell in. Coalition feeds broadcast live. Human grit, alien harmony. War's end whispered closer. But Scopes tracked more signatures, politics in exosuits. They double-timed down the corridor. Bulkheads hummed with alert klaxons. Mara keyed her sidearm, checked Salith's harness, medic packed, concealed blade. Stay tight, Mara said. Salith nodded, harmonics humming faint, calming the squad's pulse. Marines straightened, eyes sharp. Elevator dropped to custody decks. Secure bay, force fields, auto turrets. Liaison quarters adjoined hers now. Rays calmed in. Frigates hailing, Holtz stalling. Councils splitting, half want her head, half want alliance. Mara sealed the door. Salith paced the cell-free room, touching consoles. Echoes fracture, tribunal ghosts. Ghosts bleed. Mara synced her implants to bay defenses. Fleet's hours, Vexari docking more. Proximity ping. External cam, Holtz Marines boarding the frigate under white flags. No shots yet. Voss patched through private. Kincaid Council's deal evolves. Salith testifies, you liaison permanent, bind the coalition. Mara eyed Salith. Alien scanned holomaps plotting harmonics. Testify? Salith hummed assent. Truth cuts deeper. Affirmative, Mara transmitted, but no trades. Frigate powered down, hardliners surrendered, logs matched their packet, cheers echoed decks. But outer scopes pinged, coalition probe ship unmarked, politics shadowed. Myra stood by Salith at the viewport, stars wheeled, human resolve held the line. Rays burst in, medkit slung. All patched, but whispers Captain Holtz filing descent, liability angle. Let him, Myra clasped Salith's shoulder. We keep promises. Salith's claws covered her hand, ears perked at the void, harmonics thrummed, binding, alarm spiked again. New Vector Vexari battlecruiser escorts fanning, not hostile. Liaison hummed through comms. Clan calls council, your fire forges. Deck trembled, docking, Mara checked weapons, ready, politics arrived armored. Coalition tested steel, Salith stepped forward. We answer. Myra flanked her, shuttle roar echoed in memory. Compassion ignited it all, now orbit burned brighter, war followed, but so did allies.